Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ammarah and I'm one of the panelists at Team Neurodiversity. Uh, I hope you all are well and keeping safe. This is a part B of my mindfulness living series. I hope you might have watched the first video in which we spoke about what mindfulness is and how we can make mindfulness as a part of our everyday busy life and step into a mindful living concept. So today, in this video, I'm going to talk about the basic strategies which we need to remember if we decide to actually practice mindful living. Okay. Before starting, I would like to, of course, clarify this misconception that people have. Like, if you are going to do mindfulness, that means like, oh, you need 10, 20, 15 minutes away from everyone and you have to sit in a dark room, or you have to leave everything aside and then practice it. The whole concept of mindful living is actually mixing mindfulness techniques with your everyday life and blending them together to have a better and more conscious version of yourself and more calmer version of yourself. Okay, so there are a few things which you can remember to do, which you can actually practice, and that will make it much more easier for you to become a bit more mindful. Okay, so first of all, starting from the basic thing, which is like your sitting posture or your laying down posture, because usually when we talk about mindfulness, I say people think like, oh, maybe you might have to sit in a particular way, or you might have to lay down, or you might have to stand up, or some people say you have to sit in a yoga sort of position. Some people say you have to sit in a way like where your back is straight, or and this and that. No, in mindful living, of course, as I said before, it's ideal if you can do that. It's absolutely amazing if you have got enough time to sit in a particular posture in a relaxing way, and you can take 20 minutes or 10 minutes away from your children or everything. That is very, very ideal scenario. But if you're a mom, or if you're a working woman, or if you're at home and you have so many responsibilities and you don't think like you will be able to manage to have 20 minutes together, to just do mindfulness, you can always do it in chunks. As I discussed in my first video, you can do it in the morning when you wake up. You can have a bit of a mindful wake up. You can, when you're eating your lunch or dinner or breakfast, you can use simple strategies to be a bit more mindful about the food you are eating, and just feel that, just relax and block all the other thoughts going on in your head. When you're doing your exercise, you can do it. When you're in a gym, when you're in a park, you're running, you're in a shopping. So it's just like doing something in chunks to be a bit more conscious, being there for yourself, using those little times which usually we unconsciously just do not realize, and we just waste them. So you can do these you can use those times to actually utilize in a positive way. Okay, so about sitting posture or anything, you just need to remember one thing: either you're laying down, or you're sitting, or you're standing, or you're doing your exercise. You just need to make sure that you are in a comfortable position, a position in which you can just feel relaxed. So you're not like sitting in a way where you think like, oh, my back is gonna hurt, or you're standing so my feet is gonna hurt, or you're laying down. You just don't need to do that. You can do anything which is at the moment, at that particular moment, easy for you to do, and you feel comfortable in it. Okay, so that is about the posture. Now talking about, of course, deep breathing. So when it comes to mindfulness and we have to do deep breathing, just remember to breathe as when we say inhale as much as long as you can. When you exhale, make sure you do it slowly, nicely, calmly. Okay, when of course you have to hold back your breath. You don't need to push yourself so much. Just try to do as long as you can. If you think, okay, you can't do it, you can't hold your breath for longer time of period, you don't need to do that. Okay, do it as you think you are easily manage it. If you don't have to pressurize yourself to do it. Okay, the other thing is, which is very, very important, when if people think or believe that if you're doing mindfulness, we might have to have some music at the background, some soothing environment, and some particular lighting or fragrances. Again, I said, if you can do that, that is absolutely amazing, but that is very ideal scenario. Not all of us can actually do it in that ideal scenario. So you don't need to worry about having the background music or having the particular lights or anything. Okay, now coming to the to your thought processes. So how you're gonna feel conscious, how you're going to concentrate. So it's very simple. You can choose any posture. You can sit, you can stand, you can lay down. Then all you need to do is you're going to inhale slowly, and then you're going to hold on to your breath for as long as you can, and then you're gonna exhale. Okay, and try to close your eyes when you're doing it, because if you close your eyes, it will be easy for you to imagine and concentrate. So you're kind of blocking other, stimulus present in front of you. Like for some, like some people are good in it, like they can keep their eyes open and still concentrate. Some people are not really good in that. Like for example, if they'll see something on a wall, they can continuously watch that and just get lost in their thinking. So, and of course, mindfulness is all about being conscious of yourself, being conscious and being present. So if for example you're sitting, you just woke up, I'm just going to give you the example of mindfulness wake up. So for example, if you wake up and you want to give yourself 5 minutes, what you're going to do is you can do it laying down, you can do it by sitting. Just inhale, hold on your breath, and then exhale slowly, and then you can start thinking about your body, different body parts. You can feel your forehead, you can feel your eyes, your nose, your arms, your shoulders, your hair, your back, every muscles, every part of your body. Okay, and just try to be very, 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 very conscious of everything. Try to concentrate on your body parts. Okay, try to concentrate on the present moment. Do not try to rush, do not try to think about everything else. And once you have done that practice, then try to think about, oh, how you're gonna spend your rest of the day, what you're gonna do, what will be that first task you will do, what you're going to do at work, or what are you going to do with your kids, or what are you special going to do with your husband, whatever is your day routine. Then try to give yourself 5 minutes and think about those things. So then if you start your day after doing that 5 minutes of conscious practice, and of course 5 minutes of planning, trust me, it will make a huge, huge difference. You will not, even though like, doesn't matter how busy your day will be, you will not feel that you're rushing into life, you're rushing into day. You will have some plan in your head, so that will help you. Okay, now coming to, for example, if I'll give you an example of doing mindfulness or practicing mindfulness when you're eating something. Again, you can just sit on your table. If you eat on a dining table, if you eat on a normal dastarkhan, that's absolutely fine. You can sit on that dastarkhan or on the floor in a best possible posture or relaxed posture, and you can just, all you need to do is forget about everything else, forget about all the argument you were having before lunchtime or all the stresses you have to do after lunchtime. Just focus on you're sitting, focus on your breathing, focus on the food in front of you. Try to smell the food, try to look at the food. When you're eating, try to feel each and every flavor, each and every taste of the food. And for that, 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes, how much time you usually have for your lunch, just try to be conscious of what you have in front of you, what you're going to eat, and how you are feeling about that. Okay, so that is a very good example of mindful eating. If you are stressed, and if you're feeling anxious and you would like to feel relaxed, and you would like to practice mindfulness, at that point I would suggest, like, do it a bit more professional, like formally. If you're feeling very, very conscious or anxious, then try to maybe find a space where you can sit on your own. Then sit in a most comfortable position you can find. You can lay down if you want, as you like it, and then try to close your eyes, try to inhale, hold on to your breath, exhale, and then start focusing each and every part of your body, try to feel your heartbeat, the rhythm of your breathing. Try to feel your lungs when you're feeling, like when you're inhaling, try to feel your lungs when you're exhaling, and try to exhale, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So when you're doing that, you can feel the difference between, of course, inhaling and exhaling, and of course using a different tracks, like from your mouth and from your nose. So that is different. And then if you think at any point, like your thoughts are getting lost, you're getting, you started thinking about something else, it's absolutely fine. It does happen. All you need to do is to be very, very conscious and try your best to actually go, bring yourself back to that mindful practice and try to do that. All right. If you're feeling anxious, that will help. It does help. It does help. Before going to a meeting, if you think like, oh, you're a bit conscious about the meeting you're going to have, or you're going to meet someone you're feeling anxious about, or you're feeling generally stressed or anxious about anything particular, try to practice that. One thing which we really, really need to remember is, like, when we talk about mindfulness or mindful living, nothing, whatever it is, whatever theoretical thing you're going to do or therapeutical thing you're going to do, apart from medicines, of course, if you want to do these things, make sure you're very, very consistent with them. Make sure you have got that internal motivation. Make sure you are regular on those practices, because if you're not regular, if you're not very enthusiastic, or you're very motivated, or you're not very positive about it, nothing is going to change. It will not make a difference. Okay. The other thing is, I have often hear people saying like, oh, all these things, does these things even work, or does it even worth spending that much energy to practice those things? Yes, it does worth. Yes, it does make a difference. Yes, it is worth trying. And you won't realize unless you actually get into that. And it's a kind of addiction. It's a kind of thing you can basically do with yourself, and you don't need anyone else. It gives you that sense of power. You do try it once when you're feeling anxious, and try to do a bit of a mindfulness, and then you will realize how relaxed you will feel. You will literally get addicted to this. You will be like, because after feeling conscious, after feeling calm, you kind of feel like you have control over your life. You have control over your situations. You can make better decisions. You can stay calm. You can feel calm. So it does help. It really, really, really does. The only thing that is important in this practice is you actually feeling positive about it, and you actually having that internal motivation to go for it. Okay, so that is what matters. But it's very, very easy. It's very, very simple. The only key to remember is, of course, being consistent with it, and of course be positive about it, and find a time to do it, and have faith, like, oh, I can do that, sort of thing. Set it as a priority, and then you will be able to do it. It's very, very simple, very basic things. You just have to inhale, exhale. You just need to feel a bit more conscious, feel yourself, give yourself enough time, and it's just like putting your putting your mind on a driving seat, sort of thing, like putting yourself to take decision before you react, sort of thing. So it's just like to calm your internal self, to giving some space to your internal self, sort of thing. So yeah, this is all mindfulness is, or mindful living is, and these are all the basic things you need to remember. Nothing major, nothing hard, nothing unrealistically difficult to do. Very, very basic things. All right, I hope you practice those things and make it part of your everyday life, and you find it beneficial. If you have any questions regarding how to do particular, if you find any particular area difficult, please drop down a message or contact us on Team Neurodiversity. I'm more than happy to help you, to guide you how we can do it. Probably in my next session, I will definitely, of course, it won't be like talking or anything. My third video will be actually showing you how we're gonna do mindfulness, so that will be a 10-minute video on actually practicing mindfulness, how we can do it, sort of thing. Okay, so I hope that will help. I hope this video might have helped you. If you have any, other than that, if you have any questions, please drop down your question and queries in the messages. And yeah, that is it. Okay, I will see you in my third video. All right, take care. Bye.